All right, so trying a new floor base. I got another little base from Walmart for like $6. Got some craft sticks and I hot glued them all on there individually to kind of get this hardwood look. I'm gonna use it on a 1/6 scale diorama, but it's I mean, for comparison, it's a 1/12 scale figure. It could work with that too. So I'm I'm not gonna be too picky, but right now I am going to hit it. I'm gonna try and age this. If I can do this with not too much rust getting on there. Smell that. Get it in there really wet. It's not looking like anything right now, but when this dries, I'm hoping for a pretty nice, substantial color change. If anyone's wondering what's he rubbing on there, it's vinegar. I saw something online on Facebook. Someone was like, "Oh yeah, aging things with vinegar," and I said, "Oh, you can age things with vinegar." Yes, you can totally age things with vinegar. If you soak steel wool, or pretty much any kind of steel wool, steel or nuts and bolts, but steel wool works. If you soak steel wool in vinegar for like a day or more, then it rusts up and it does something to the wood. No, it does something to the water. The wood. It does something to the water. It's it's not to water. It's vinegar and the steel wool. It has some kind of reaction, and what it does is it will give wood this kind of aged look. You can see it done. People do it with like sheds and stuff. Now I didn't paint this base. I kind of left the base as is because I figured I would do a lot of this solution here and let it soak through the cracks and let it dry over time, and you get some pretty cool results. Stepping away for a moment, you get stuff that looks like this. You can get some palettes that look like that. I keep jumping away from the camera. Yeah, you get palettes that look like that when they originally look like this. So you can go from that to that. You can go from this to this. And of course, I used a knife and I gashed up these edges to make them look rough. I got these slightly bigger. These ones are slightly different. These weren't from the dollar store. I saw that the dollar store had those palettes. All this stuff is the dollar store, but this and this a little bit more. I got them on like AC more, but they're a little bit bigger, and they came out to a nice, really dark brown. So that's cool. So you can already see. You can see that aging difference right there. I'm going to take a picture. Boom. That's going to be what I'm going to use for the thumbnail. But yeah, so that's it. I want you guys to try this. Let me show you the solution. That nasty mess there. That's the solution. It gets cloudy. But that's how you know it's good. Yeah, you can strain it to get the little pieces of rust out of there. And to do the other ones, I didn't brush it onto the other ones. What I did was I put those into, of course, a Chinese takeout container, because you all know that's how I like to roll. But I put them into a Chinese takeout container and just soaked them in there for like a couple minutes, like 2 minutes, and then took them out. damn, this stuff looks like buns, yo. That's exactly what I want. I want this to look gross. Now I'm gonna try and soak it in here and get it down to the bottom of there. So I really want it to pool up in there and stain that underwood. You know, try just so it's not light down there. Because I'm thinking about switching out this Spider-Man diorama I'm working on with this. Or pretty much any piece. And you'll see sometimes like it won't take a piece. That's just the wood. Now look at that. That's insta old. That looks old as buns, man. I'm going to use this same process on... these sticks are different from what I had originally planned on for the window. The Spider-Man diorama, but I like this so much better. This comes out pretty nice if you use it on like different wood, turns different colors. But like this is a popsicle stick kind of craft stick. Let me dump that in there for a minute, let it work. That one will come out to be more of a gray. So I'm happy that these are different kinds of wood. So I'll get two different kind of looks. This will kind of be like this dark aged brown, and the popsicle stick will end up as like a gray. And even the base is a different kind of wood. So if that takes any of this liquid, that might end up a different color too, but you won't really see it. But I'll know it's there. I know you're down there, baby. And yeah, I totally ended up with like stained fingernails going to work, but whatever. Quarantine projects. Now doing this, I left a little bit, you know, I like this better than the resin floor I had because it gets kind of imperfections. Like I got stuck up floorboards, it's crooked, it's gapped, stuff like that. So that's really nice. Plus you get like the real wood characteristics. You get little lines in there, imperfections. Look at this beauty. Man, this looks great. And like, you don't have to paint this. That's the best thing. You don't have to paint this. If you wanted to just soak these sticks, you could just soak these sticks and then do your project once they dried. And I think someone made a video. You can search aging dioramas with vinegar is what I looked for. One guy made fences, but he left them in there for a long time. They got pretty gray. But I think the amount of time you age it, if you're really looking at it, you'll see people doing projects like different wood takes to it differently. See already, I wasn't even paying attention to this. Look at that. So if I use these for the window and these boards, I'm gonna have dirty brown boards on the floor and then dirty gray boards on the window. So that's pretty cool. I just want this to really, really soak in and get down there. But that's it, right before your very eyes. You watched it. So if anybody wants to like make a floor, you can do this much quicker than carving individual boards. I see some people do it and it's cool. But for me, I'm always looking and I'm thinking, how can I do that quicker? And I think this looks nice. I think this looks great. You know, it's not styrofoam. You won't have the problem of if the paint chips on styrofoam, you don't have to put down the boards and then you carve the boards, you put them down, and you age them. You know, of course he fell, but yeah, your Marvel Legend will stand on there just fine. And these boards were, these sticks were maybe close to 6 inches. So, a little bit less. This is a 12 by 12. These popsicle sticks were like, if you'll see, like, there. You put 2 full ones together, or these craft sticks, and then that's like what you're left over with. So basically, I went with 4 different lengths. I started with. I don't like to go, you know, one long and then a short, and then, or like a short then a long then a short then a long, and alternating patterns. You try to break it up, because if you're really doing flooring, that's how you're gonna kind of do. You're gonna kind of pick a short one, and you do like a short one, and then a longer one, and then a longer one, and then a full, and then a short, and then ideally, you know, your studs would be one here, and then another stud here, and another stud here, and another stud here. So you could pre-cut a bunch to a certain length, and then the next one do a bunch. It would look more realistic. But what I went for here was just, I'm like, this is probably some old factory or some old apartment building. Maybe an old apartment building that used to be a factory, but I just, they weren't too particular on the floor. So I was like, I'll just do it whatever way. Give it that old look. And so right before your very eyes, you watched me age this floor. So I really like the way this came out. I'm going to take that diorama and unscrew it. And sheesh, now I'm realizing I got magnets in there. I'll probably just shave a little off the bottom of the door. And I'm going to put that on here. Yeah, I'll probably just cut the door so my magnets still work where they need to. I mean, because this, yeah, it took me, it was a pain in the butt to glue all these, but, you know, I just used hot glue. You get the glue in there quick enough, you get them stuck down, and then, you know, they'll stay. And then once they're glued, man, you just hit it with this, and you're golden, bro. And you guys, you watched it literally in real time. You watched me age this floor. And I can just let it dry, and it'll probably get darker. You see it just getting darker as it goes. So the more time this has to dry. No, it smells like vinegar, so it's like butt cheeks. But whatever, you know. It actually smells less and less like vinegar as it goes on for a few days. But yeah, for the solution, just a bunch of vinegar, drop some steel wool in it, poke holes in the top, let it get some air, because it's going to be letting off some fumes. You know, it's going to be a little bit of a chemical reaction. I just put it in the corner of my sink and left it. You couldn't even smell it once the top was on. Soup containers from Chinese food. Poked a few holes in there, and you can see the rust top, like up top, it's got rust. So there were probably some fumes rising out of there, but that's all you do. Put it in the back and just ignored it for like a day or two, and then when I was ready to use it, I just broke it out. And all I'm using to rub this on here is just a paper towel. A couple paper towels wadded up. Alright. And you can see I'm just on the gaps. Really, really soaking it into the gaps. You know how water likes to bead. So I'm just really trying to get it in there. Get all the exposed sides of the popsicle sticks. Get the wood underneath. You know, I tried, as I put them down, before I put on new pieces, I tried to make sure that any glue that was there, I scraped up, scratched off, you know, so that one, it wasn't pushing the next board I put down. And I just don't want it on there as I'm trying to age the floor, because I don't want any glue to stop the solution from getting to the wood. Now this got very, very dark. This is actually beautiful. There's other ways. If you go and you do the research, by doing the research, I mean watch YouTube videos, you'll see when people add tea stains, and they can put coffee, and when they use coffee, they use instant coffee, because I don't know, instant coffee is fake, and I think it's got some kind of color crystals or crap in there. But I did buy some too, but I didn't use it. You can use instant coffee to get further stained, but this came out so great, I'm just gonna leave this as is, and I'm not gonna fox with this. I'm gonna be like, you good? I ain't gonna fox with you. Like Jamie. But you could even do this on top of foam, like the pink insulation foam. The only reason I didn't is because I need the wood base here so I can screw in the wall, because the wooden wall holds the metal tentacles for the Spider-Man diorama. I need that strength to support those. But yeah, so I have nice imperfections. Like let's turn it sideways. take a gander this way. Can we see anything? Any exposed floorboards? No, you can't really see it from there, but I can feel it. I know that it was up, but it stuck down. This one was popping up, but it's stuck down. That one got nice and dark. Look at that. Look at that character, man. Because it's real wood. It's a real chemical reaction with a homemade stain that any of you can make. And then right there, just look at that. And I'll come around and look. Oh, there it is. Cool. Look at the reaction it's having on the outside edge. So I'm going to go around the whole outside of this. Look at that. And the whole outside edge. It's stained all that, so I'm going to stain the outside of this too. But that's it, man. You just watched me stain my diorama. And this is a great, easy way. I didn't want to sit here and make you watch me put down each individual board, but there you go. Quick, easy wood floors for your diorama. And this, because you know, hardwood floor comes in all different kind of sizes. You can use this for any scale between 1/12 to 1/6. So your Marvel Legends, maybe your SH Figuarts, you can all you really got to do is cut the length of these thin sticks. And again, you can get this at Walmart. Everything right here you can get at Walmart. You can get these flat boards at Walmart. The other one's a little bit thicker, but you can get the baseboard at Walmart. You can get these popsicle craft sticks at Walmart. I think these are maybe like $2 or $3. The base is like $6. Get yourself some vinegar and make sure your steel wool is like... Let me pause. Let me go get it for you. Alright, he's back. At first, I got this. I guess any kind of metal will work. I got these from Walmart. Scotch-Brite. But I don't like that. What most people use, you want this. This is a synthetic steel wool. But actually, wait, no. Wrong. As soon as I said synthetic steel wool, I knew that no, that wasn't it. That's crap. You want steel wool. I got the fine stuff. Yeah, fine. And then you can see that consistency. So you just dump that in your vinegar, you let it sit for a day, 2 days. I think this solution's been in here for 2 days. I recommend putting it whenever you're going to do your project. Like if you have time to work on it after work, then come home one day, do it after work. Maybe glue your boards down, and then the next day you can come and stain it, or work on a different part of your project, you know? All right, gonna try and get some peace and quiet for 60 seconds to shoot this. I'm adding this in at the end. So when I stained the board, all the sticks were about this color, but once everything dried, it all came out to this like monotone paint color like you see here. And I didn't really like that. It kind of really disappointed me. So I went online and I looked for ways to polish wood, like homemade DIY. And what it said was you can take oil and lemon juice and mix it together. Or you could do vinegar and oil. So I did the three. I did a little bit of vegetable oil, a couple drops of lemon juice, and a couple drops of vinegar. I think the lemon juice was to keep the oil from rotting is what it said. So I did that, and I put it on there, and it actually came out really nice. It restored the color. Well, restored color to it. Gave me back some of the darks. Gave me some lights. Gave me some variations. Brought out the characters in the wood, you know, so that it's more than just one dull pink. So I really like that. So it kind of saved it. It was all kind of just like this all the way across. And putting on that DIY homemade polish really saved it. So I'm happy with this. It came out very well. I'm going to use this to replace that there. And I'm gonna keep going. I might have to shave a little bit off and redo the base magnets because this board is not as thick. It's maybe like a quarter or a half inch thinner than the other one, but I'll make do. Alright, thanks for checking this out. Like the video, hit subscribe, check the notification bells. I'm going to keep working, I'm going to keep posting, and I'm going to keep giving updates on this project. All right, thanks.